Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenny Jaguar and you are now in the Jaguar's Den. Now this space is dedicated to anybody on a path of deep healing, intuitive awakening, and overcoming toxic traits or karmic cycles that are damn near impossible to overcome. Now this is going to be a soul mirror reading. I'm not going to be getting tea or gossip on anybody else, even though it may pop up, but I'm going to be focusing this reading on you and things that can help, aspects about yourself that can help you heal and grow as a human being on a spiritual journey. Okay, so for this soul mirror reading, I'll be pulling two spreads and they can be pretty lengthy. Okay, it is the Who Am I spread and the My Secrets spread. Together they will give you clarity on both your light and your shadow, your identity and your motivations, both outward and secret, as well as your external energy and your inner world. Okay, so trigger warning, this is not for the weak. This is not for the overly sensitive people. Okay, and it's okay because I used to be one myself. So if you know you're one of these individuals, this is not for you, Scorpio, because you may not be ready to heal. Okay, so you may need to wait until Friday or the weekend when I post the My Priority spread. Okay, so first spread I'm about to do is the Who Am I spread, and there are 7 questions. First one is who I am right now. Second, what I don't know about myself. Third, what I need to relinquish or what I need to let go of. Fourth, what I need to develop. 5, my current quest. 6, outside positive influences. And 7, where will it lead? So Scorpio, without further ado, let's get into your soul mirror reading. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. I guess it's going to lead to a story at the end. Temperance is at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio. I'll take it. Okay, interesting. All right, so let's dive in. First off, we have who is my Scorpio right now. Oh, and before I get into it, I will clarify 2 different spreads. One, using the regular tarot deck as it may pertain to business, and then my Embracing Fate deck as it may pertain to relationships. All right, so there we go. Take how it fits. There we go. Moving on, Scorpio. We are getting into it. First one. My Scorpio right now is in the 10 of Swords. Maybe you're backstabbed or betrayed, but fortunately or hopefully, based off of the affirmation that is associated with this card, it says, I acknowledge endings are necessary for new beginnings. So maybe this betrayal happened and you have gone through so many betrayals or backstabbings. At this point, it's just like, okay, now thank you for showing me your true colors. Moving right along, I know exactly where I'm going. So as it pertains to business, let's get into it and see what this may mean. And y'all, that what was that? That was the Capricorn spread. That ended up being over an hour and a half long. because I do 2 spreads for each one, and that's just for this spread. And then my secret spread goes a little deeper, and then for that one I started using my shadow tarot deck. Okay, so if you know you are ready to see your outer exterior but not ready to see your inner self, then you may just want to cut it off, or you can watch the first half sometime when it's convenient, and then watch the second half of the video when you are ready to do some shadow work. All right. Like I said, I did update the weekly schedule, so I am not going to be doing a soul mirror reading and a shadow work reading. Instead, I'm going to do a soul mirror reading with shadow work mixed into it. All right. And yeah, anywho, let me just get back into it. So the Ten of Swords, can you clarify this Ten of Swords as it may pertain to my Scorpio's business? So Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. It's like confusion or fantasies. Okay, so maybe there were lies in the workplace and it showed you in a bad view. Somebody was being sneaky. We got the Ten of Pentacles, Three of Jesus Christ in heaven. We have the Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and Six of Wands upside down. Okay, reverse. That's what I was. So something with the Seven of Swords in the bottom of the deck, something happened that was a little sneaky in the workplace. Some confusion, considering I'm looking at how this person is looking up at the cups. So maybe excuse me, a lot of different people in the workplace had different things to say or different opinions, either about something or about you, and you just looking like, what? And you're just confused by everything, but everybody's is like so set in whatever it is. Can you clarify this Seven of Cups? Let me clarify the Seven of Cups. Temperance. Let me clarify the Ten of Pentacles. The Moon. Okay, so so maybe something went on in the workplace that tried to discredit you, get you ignored as a way of isolating you from the family. But meanwhile, what they didn't know, when they thought you were isolating yourself, you were really doing some inner work to balance yourself from the gossip and workplace toxicity. Yeah, like I said, you may be used to, and the world came out at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you're used to snake people. You're used to snake shit. So after seeing this, you're just like, okay, I know what I need to do. Let me, yeah, with the Temperance at the bottom of the deck. And what is it? Maybe after that betrayal, you didn't know what to do, but then you just got the motivation to finally just get up and say, no, fuck this. I'm not going to work with you. Maybe you're finding somebody else to work with, or just deciding to work on your own. Or maybe this is you embodying the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands energy together. So you're just being like, fuck you. I'm gonna still shine my light. I'm still gonna shine bright. I'm still gonna be this amazing Scorpio and get this Ace of Pentacles on my own. That is what I'm getting. As it pertains to relationships, let's get into that for the Ten of Swords. Holy Spirit, can you clarify the Ten of Swords as it may pertain to relationships? Somebody's just been hot and cold with you, and it just was really confusing. We got hot and cold, confusion, turmoil came out. One more card, Holy Spirit. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Some things take time. Frozen out in the colds. Karmic cycle, repetition, new doors opening. So yeah, maybe you want to close this cycle and you decided to this person that was hot and cold with you and just been playing games with you, basically. Can you clarify this hot and cold? Gaslighting, mind games, emotional control. So yeah, maybe after seeing that one too many times, you're just like, you know what? You can just stay gone. Just scat. So yeah, maybe you're dealing with the Pisces, Cancer, or other Scorpio, or maybe this was just your energy coming out that's saying some things take time. So maybe it's taking you some time to move on from it after that betrayal. But you are aware that some endings are necessary for new beginnings, so they have to go. Number two, what you don't know about yourself. You may be currently in this Eight of Swords energy, but what you don't know about yourself is that you have the power to change your circumstances. Can you clarify what power they may have if this is pertaining to the workspace when it comes to the Eight of Swords? Yeah. Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So you have this the ability to stop worrying or being fearful about your business issues or whatever's going on at work and start to just be realistic and generous. Like King of Pentacles, they're not too like they're emotional because they're nurturing, but they're the type of people, they'll make sure your needs are met. They'll make sure you're good, you're straight. So instead of worrying about what people are saying about you, just go around being that dependable, caring, not necessarily caring, not necessarily to the people that backstabbed you, but if you're in a workplace where you have to serve others, so maybe you are a bartender or you are a waitress or you're in real estate and people on your team are backstabbing you and stuff like that. Like instead of trying to show up and flying or fake in front of your staff or coworkers, instead try to be the best employee or staff member or manager you can be. Okay, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, be confident. All right, be focused on whatever your end goal is. If you know you don't want to be around them people, focus on doing whatever the heck you can to either get that promotion by shining, because your employees don't care about workplace drama. They care about results. Okay. Okay. Now, let me use this one just for another spread. Can you clarify this Eight of Swords again as to how my Scorpios have the power to change their circumstances? Connect. I just said that. Expand. Jump in. All right. So it says you're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives or simply be around other people, not the people that were talking about you. So you're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many ways. And then expand. Yeah, like you have endless possibilities. It's time to live and search them instead of focusing on that one thing. You don't know what to do because you're so focused on, because your mind was set up on one outcome. So instead, now it's time to shift into moving into curiosity, like, let's see, well, that's not working out, so I wonder what else is. And this is honestly when you start letting your intuition guide you. And this is kind of fun thing that I like in manifesting, because usually when you're manifesting, there is an equal balance of effort and flow. And so usually you're probably at that time where it's time to stop effort and flow. And this is where you just start getting open and aware to opportunities. So you just open your senses. So if you just randomly watching TV and something's funny about some old TV show, say MASH. I don't know. Okay, just go with me here. So about an old TV show called MASH. And so then just like, oh man, I remember that show. And then randomly you are walking down the street and you see somebody who has a backpack with the same MASH logo. And you're like, hey, oh, so and so, so, so. And then you connect with them. It's like, hey, I'm actually, I work at such and such place. Like, oh my gosh, I always wanted to work there. Like, hey, what do you do? I'm hiring. Oh, I don't know. Grant, that's probably really far off. But basically, be open to the synchronicities. So jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. All right. This is that time. All right. So that is that on that. I'm going into number 3. What you need to relinquish. Hold on. Let me just do real quick. 8 of Swords. As it may pertain to relationships. I'm trying to make these quick, so you're not watching this for an hour and a half. But I did say that you can watch one half and then wait and watch the other half another day. And I get another reading like this for another 4 weeks. And then once September hits, I'm probably just going to do these for my coaching clients, because I will not have time to do all of this. All right. So, clarify the 8 of Swords. One more. Ice Queen. Don't look back. New love, reconciliation, moving on, celebrating, and dating. Basically, if they come back to reconcile, don't take them. Date. Try other things. And that's basically what it said. Connect, expand, and jump in. Don't move on. Try somebody else. Figure out how well other people meet your needs, and how easily they'll meet your needs compared to whoever you're leaning on. But some things take time. So if you don't move on from somebody, just be patient, because Romeo ain't gonna be there. You might have to have a couple rebounds. All right. Okay. Going into the night. Sorry, but what you need to relinquish is the Knight of Wands. I want to say energy. So either you are this Knight of Wands energy, this flighty, yes I do, no I don't, or this is somebody else. But it says my actions are bold and fearless. So maybe for you, your actions aren't bold and fearless, because Knight of Wands, these are people that can start stuff but may not have the motivation to finish things. And so you may go start task haphazardly, just like not with the full motivation. Let's see. Holy Spirit, can you clarify this Knight of Wands as it pertains to work for my Scorpios? Clarify this Knight of Wands as it pertains to my Scorpios. Work. Comfort. How can you bring more comfort into your life? Comfort, pause, resolution, soar. So maybe you're like in a flighty energy and your nervous system is in flight or fight and you want to leave. And so one thing you need to do is to try to find comforts and to slow down, okay, in order to find a resolution. And it's also saying you're being asked to stop dimming your own light. So maybe something that has happened in the workplace made you want to shut down and dim your light a little bit. Spirit is saying, don't do that. Let it go, because that is what it's saying at the bottom of the deck. Let me show you these cards. It's saying, let it go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. So yeah, if you're at a workplace and you're still triggered by the person or people that betrayed you or backstabbed you, just try to find a sense of comfort. Even if it's just you in your office with your headphones in, listening to music, or just having to ignore them and dissociate for a little bit. Like sometimes it's healthy if you are forced to stay in a toxic environment. That is a coping mechanism for us. So you just need to know when to shut it on, when to shut it off. And then it says pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. So my actions are bold and fearless. So either you may be wanting to lash out and pop off or retaliate or something. Don't. All right, pause. Okay, take use that 5-second rule. One thing I teach my coaching clients is to find the white space. So if you have a reaction, it's just like, typically what you have to do, you have to pause. Take that breath, count to 5. If you need to, walk away. Sometimes I will tell you, because I know on my other channel, I did a life coach PSA about a particular incident where I was in an argument with my boyfriend at the time and we were really going at it. And he's a very argumentative person. He has a hard time seeing where he is wrong. And so I was really fired up because he was really triggering me. So I had to take a step out, go for a walk, and, calm down. I stayed out for about 30 minutes. I came back in and he started poking and triggering me. Let me tell you, the Spirit of the Lord came up through my throat chakra and gave me a clap back so hard. This Gemini had no words. My stomach grumbled, so I guess that was a confirmation, but he could not say anything, okay? And I'm a Taurus. Okay, well, first off, let me tell you, I'm a Taurus with a Sagittarius moon and an Aries rising, okay? So don't let this calm demeanor fool you, because when you touch the horns, it's not pretty, okay? So anywho, he finally punched the buttons, and I finally said probably what needed to be said, okay? And it brought a little bit of balance into the relationship. So sometimes things need to be said, but Spirit is telling you to pause, okay? And also, whatever it is that you've been struggling with, it is to be resolved, or it is about to be resolved. But remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. All right. And don't forget, stop dimming your lights. Okay, and that can be in relationships too. But let's real quick see what's going on for relationships. All right, can you clarify this Knight of Wands as it may pertain to my Scorpio's relationships? 2 more cards, please. Okay. The Chaser, attachment, seeking validation, make a choice, confusion, turmoil. It's about to pay off. Can you clarify it's about to pay off? I miss you, long distance regret. Can you need something else? Oh, fake illusions. It's about to pay off. So maybe I don't want it to come out. Okay. Somebody that you walked away from that is seeking validation probably did not want to make a choice about you. And you decided to finally make a choice about them and leave. And now they're confused and in turmoil because there are blocks and obstacles because you shut them out and they don't know how to get to you. And maybe they have an illusion going on as though that they don't care, but they really do care. Okay. They really do care and they really miss you. And so you know what's going to happen? It's about to pay off, meaning that something is going to happen. Luck is on your side, good news. So some type of event or outburst or something is going to happen to where I guess the illusions get expansion, high vibe, summer, king, clarify. Something gets exposed. I'm seeing that as a sun queen. Ice queen, don't back down. Something's going to happen that it's going to be revealed, and it's spirit is saying don't back down from that. Anything else? Time to make a choice. Divine timing, not yet. Trust the process. Okay. But luck is on your side, so you have good news. All right, so that's the Knight of Wands. So don't try to push the situation yourself, okay? Don't try to push the situation. If you want your get back, don't try to rush the get back, okay? Let the divine, okay, run your battles. You just sit there and look pretty, Scorpio. Keep giving them a reason to have their panties in a bunch, okay, Scorpio? That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So just wait. Oh, I know it's so hard to be patient. Well, while you're waiting, what you need to develop is the 9 of Wands. So resilience is my key to success. So maybe you have a lot on your plate and you are running the risk of burnout. Basically, you need to be resilient. Do things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Rest. All right. What is that? Learn how to take care of yourself and nurture yourself in times of spiritual warfare. I know one of the things I do, I have a 21-day total body reset cleanse, which basically it's not really a cleanse. It just teaches you how to live your life in a way that allows your body to detox naturally. And I don't know, a lot of people say, oh, eating healthy is bad, but it's really not. And so basically my 21-day total body reset just shows you how fun and invigorating it can be. All right, so anywho, can you clarify this 9 of Wands? If you want more information about it, links are in the description box. No, let me write that down so I can make sure to put that link in the description box. right, so what came out for you for the Nine of Wands is celebrate, release, change, and presence. So it seems like, and believe. So if you are not already in this new chapter, you are about to be. You just need to continue to believe. Spirit is asking you to do things such as celebrate and to continue to release any toxic people or situations in your life. So anytime any toxic thing, anybody does anything toxic to you, anybody shows you that they are not on the same level as you, don't get mad, get thankful, because they're just showing you who they are and where they should, what role they play in your life in relation to your next level up. All right, so it seems like it's coming soon. So you're being asked to fully believe in yourself and your dreams. It's time for that idea that's lived inside your heart to be brought into the world so others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life, and you will do exactly that. All right, and Spirit is also asking you to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. All right, and also stop ruminating about the past or longing for the future, but be present in this moment right now. All right, for the sake of time, I'm just going to take it with just this oracle deck for the rest of these. Because Jesus, your girl can talk, and I have a whole nother spread to go to. All right, so, and I got to go to my mind work. Now, what my Scorpio's current quest is, you're trying to collaborate. So, Three of Pentacles. Collaboration brings shared success. Can you clarify this Three of Pentacles for my Scorpios as their current quest? Can you clarify the Three of Pentacles? First says compassion. Card at the bottom of the deck says compassion. You're asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend. Be a loving comforter who always has your back. And I think that's probably what they meant earlier, because the comfort card came out. So yeah, you need some comfort. We have step back, connect, manifest, break free, and choice that came out. So Spirit is asking you to step back from connections that no longer work for you in order and break free from them in order to manifest the connections that you want. So you have a choice. Now that you know the type of connections that you have now, you have a chance to step back and to choose what type of connections you want moving forward. Okay. And you also need to be able to rest and heal from that. And I think that's why the Nine of Wands is out here, especially with the step back. Because you're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. All right. So that can go for work or, yeah, so if it's work, give yourself a couple of days to rest. Eat some nutritious foods. Sit in silence. Just allow your nervous system to reset. Okay? Journal. You know, go to the link in my description box and download my free shadow work workbook so you can reset. You know, I do have a healthier, happier challenge, which is basically like my mini stress alchemy course. You can either get the free version or you can get the version that comes with app access, my Stew app, and that comes with like meditations and workouts and stuff as well. All right. So links are in the description box if you need help for all that. But yeah, so that's the Three of Pentacles. Now, number 6, outside positive influences, is the Nine of Pentacles. So maybe that positive outside influence is that you don't really need anybody for anything. So you do have the option to choose whatever kind of relationships you want. So I am surrounded by abundance. And that's like singular. Ain't nobody around you. You don't need to have anybody to share. And so if you're in a workplace and they're talking about you behind your back, notice how often they have to link up for help and assistance, how much they have to help each other versus how much you're able to complete tasks on your own. Keep that in mind, Scorpio. And let that be empowering. So it's like, I really don't need y'all. Y'all need me. So maybe y'all are talking about me behind my back because y'all really need me. And y'all hating on the fact that y'all need me. I'm in here and Nicki Minaj yelling my sons. Put a bib on my sons because it's time to feed them. Okay. So Nine of Pentacles. Give, change, and pay attention. Stop giving to these hoes. Fresh start is at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Wow. Give, change, and pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. So, you know, anytime somebody does something slick, you're just like, did they really just? But they do it so slick, it's just like, yeah, you know. No, they're playing in your face. They're playing in your face. But you know what? We got to take it back to that Knight of Wands. Don't always react. Okay? Don't do it. They might be stalking your social media, so don't be saying slick stuff. Okay? So just pay attention. And if you do like vent or something on social media, and it may not even be about them. Like, take into consideration about like whether at work the next day they feel like a hit dog gonna holler, you know. So see, like if they do something, so you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they would, or just something very ambiguous, and see if they do something shady. That will just let you know, like, okay, y'all stalking my social media. I don't know, maybe one of them Scorpios that like block them from your social media before they can even find you. So if that is you, then kudos. As it pertains to relationships, let's see. That can be the same thing. You don't need anybody. Can you clarify? Because I skipped the relationships one for a couple of signs. Can you clarify the Nine of Pentacles as an outside positive influence as it may pertain to my Scorpios? I mean, it's the best way to be in a relationship. I don't need you. I want you. New beginning in spring. Luck is on your side. Good news. The chaser attachment. So, yeah. I mean, you have a new beginning coming up in spring. And they are going to be really jealous with these eyes mesmerized. And they're going to be sitting there chasing you because they want the validation of success. And they realize that they weren't the successful ones. Hating on you is not going to stop you from being successful. But pushing you away is going to stop them from being successful. Clock that. Now, where will all of this lead? I kind of touched on this a little bit. 3 cards came out. We have Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Right now, I'm seeing this as one of 2 ways. Either you are going to, what I said earlier, either you are going to embody this Queen of Swords, King of Wands energy and get your own Ace of Pentacles, or you as a Queen of Swords just going to be very logical. You're going to speak your truth with clarity and compassion, and then you're going to connect with a King of Wands energy And I wield the power of leadership and vision, and together you will create a new opportunity for abundance to flow to you too effortlessly. All right, so I'm being guided out to do that. As it may pertain to business, can you clarify what this Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles came out as to where this may lead my Scorpios? Okay, and I'll let you know, I started recording this video around 8:30, 8:40. And it takes forever to upload these videos. So I tried to upload Capricorn yesterday, and I was uploading it all day yesterday. I didn't get it uploaded until about 6, 7 this morning. And I recorded that around 3 p.m. So it's gonna be like a, let me give me more about this. So just keep in mind, I recorded this on Wednesday morning. Hopefully I can post it Wednesday evening. Ooh, this is a new job offer. This will be a new job offer. Anything else? The Emperor. Yeah, you're gonna be boss daddy, boss mama. They're gonna love you. Congratulations, Scorpio. Ooh, you. That is what you're gonna be leaving. Hold on. So this is what you're leaving. Okay, get a good look at it. Considering it is cold season, but you will be walking into this. Oh my gosh, Jesus. This is gonna turn to this. Okay, so keep moving. Keep moving. All right, so as it may pertain to relationships, can you clarify the Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, as it may pertain to my Scorpio's relationships? Career shift, work change. Can we talk confession? I'm sorry, guilt, regret. Yeah, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm assuming that's the King of Wands. Fake illusions, moving on. So maybe when you get this career change, then they're going to come back and want to have a confession saying, I'm sorry. But it's going to be a fake illusions because they want to be attached to your clout. And it's so funny. They spend all this time talking crap about you, trying to put you down, and then you still rise above it, and then they want to come back into your sweet graces. Do what you want with it, but look at that. It's so cute. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and it's like little, I don't know, it's so fitting. Like, yeah, you right up in this little, yeah, you ain't, if this is you, they trying to be like one of you. You ain't, no, you ain't one of them, okay? All right, moving on, relocation. They won't be able to find you. Closure, goodbye. And you are happily leaving. I feel like it's like, hey, wait, don't forget your whatever. I don't want that shit. Luck is on your side, so keep moving. All right, so that has been your Who Am I reading. This is 44 minutes. All right. Affirmations to go along with this. You can write them down in your journal if you need help shifting your mindset for what is possible for your life. So first one, new opportunities for abundance flow to me effortlessly. Next, I wield the power of leadership and vision. I speak my truth with clarity and compassion. Collaboration brings shared success. I am surrounded by abundance. Resilience is my key to success. My actions are bold and fearless. I acknowledge endings are necessary for new beginnings. and I have the power to change my circumstances. All right. Lastly, it says I create harmony. All right, so that was that on that. Now we're about to move into the My Secret spread. And this one, we're going to get a little deeper. So if you want, get some comfort food. If you like to stress eat, or if you like to eat your feelings, because this may be triggering, I will be using my shadow deck. Okay, but we're going to delve deeper into your inner worlds. All right, so we're going to talk about what you secretly desire, what you secretly hate, what your secret challenge is, what you secretly need, what your secret test is, what your secret motivation is, and lastly, Scorpio, what you can accomplish. Now, keep in mind, because I did the Capricorn reading yesterday, even though it posted earlier today. I don't know what day this is, but I'm recording this on Wednesday, okay, January 28th. So I did the Capricorn reading, and what happened was the Who Am I spread was showing that they learned a lesson, they're doing all this and that, evolving, but the My Secret spread revealed that they were holding on to resentments. They weren't. So either there were two different Capricorns, somebody that was doing the work and somebody that was not, or there was an individual whose energy I was picking up on that was pretending to do the work but deep down wasn't. So when I say I am not going to be keeping this shadow work reading up for long, it is because of that reason, okay? Because I can tell whether you're doing the work. And so this is like premium transformation stuff. So I may be making a resource to go along with this reading that you can download, but right now I just have the My Shadow Work ebook. So it'll just probably be something that you can, that has shadow work prompts for each question for each reading. And you know, it's 7 questions. 7 questions for the Who Am I reading, and then 7 questions for My Secrets. So I don't know, be on the lookout for it if you're really serious about this transformation stuff. I love healing. I know my coaching services aren't the cheapest, but they are worth it because I'm good at what I do. So if you don't want to, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. So if you don't want to, or if you can't afford to pay for coaching, the type of healing work that I do, then I give you a free option. And so I'm happy to actually give my people a free option to do this, because this is nice. A way to serve my community that has served me throughout the years. All right, let's try this again. I'm not supposed to shuffle like that. I'm just supposed to pull from the top. That's what I did wrong. All right, so here we go. My Secrets. Oh, slippery cards. Slippery. All right, so we have the Moon at the bottom of the deck, which is cool because this is the part where I do the shadow work. All right, so first question, what my Scorpio secret desire is. We have, what is this? What does this say? 7 of Pentacles. Persistence in my efforts will yield security. Maybe you're, yeah, with the 9 of Wands, you're on the brink of burnout. You want to give up, but you want to be persistent. You want to give up, but you know you need to be persistent. Okay. let's see what this says. Holy Spirit, can you clarify the Seven of Pentacles for my Scorpio secret desire? Can you clarify Scorpio's secret desire? Clarify the Seven of Pentacles for my Scorpio secret desire. Whatever it is, it's time to move forward. We have miracles, protect, detach, and abundance. So maybe you're waiting for a miracle, and while it is cooking, you're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. So all the toxicity and stuff that you're around, you're being asked to detach. Because if you are attached to the workplace toxicity, whatever is going on, it's so funny because on my Instagram page, I made a post about, I was inspired by the Ludacris song, Move Bitch Get Out the Way. And on workplace toxicity. So yeah, anywho, go on Instagram, look up the Stew Project. Yeah, I have the links in the description box of my social. But yeah, go check it out and watch that video. I don't know, it may resonate. Workplace toxicity. But anywho, it's asking you, Spirit is asking you to detach from your current situation because maybe you're too emotionally attached to it and you can't step into your new abundant life while still attached to your current reality, okay? And whatever it is that you've been holding on, it's time to move forward with it. All right. All right. Get into the shadow work. Dun, dun, dun. It's really not that bad. I mean, I try to say it in a nice, bubbly way. So hopefully it's not going to be that bad. Holy Spirit, can you clarify Seven of Pentacles? Speak what's true, authenticity, voice unblocking, need to be right, control, argument loop, fear of losing. So maybe your issue is you're either, hold on. Yeah, so you have a fear of rejection. So maybe you have a fear of rejection and maybe you like to always have a rebuttal to correct yourself for a need to be right because you don't like the idea of feeling rejected because you may have been rejected in the past and felt unworthy, shame, or dismissal. I think that's why they're telling you to detach. They're not your people. That's literally Spirit pushing you out of energies that you probably outgrown. Fuck these people. Do you want to sit up here and dance in front of a bunch of monkeys, or do you want to sit with a bunch of kings and queens? Okay. Maybe you're in a place you grew up where your needs weren't met, or your truth was never really received, or you spoke your truth but you never felt validated. That could be it. Fuck them. Let them misunderstand you. Okay? Who gives a fuck? Let them misunderstand you because they don't need you. Because when you get, and everything in this reading has been telling you to believe. So when you keep focusing on believing what is possible for you, what Spirit is saying is possible for you, then they are going to sit there looking stupid and dumb as hell the same way that they wanted to make you feel. And the only reason why they want to make you feel that way is because they know that you're bound for greatness. Welcome. Now, your secret hate, Knight of Pentacles, you hate how slow it's going. I advance towards my goals. There's some slow shit. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. God dang, it's like molasses. Maybe you ask the universe for a lot of different requests. It's gonna take a while for that stuff to line up and flow out in the perfect way, so that whoever it is that's talking shit about you can't grab it and sabotage it. That's another reason why I was asking you to detach, so they can't sabotage you. That can be work, friendships, relationships. Whatever. I think the first spirit was telling you to connect with new people. Yeah. So you can figure out, like, hey, I'm not that hard. Man, there was a song that was like, yo, I just realized, I do not remember the song. If I find the song, I would definitely post it in the community tab. But it was just saying something like, I just realized, like, loving me is easy. Like, loving me was easy. You were just a fucking something. I don't know. I gotta find that song. Can you clarify this Knight of Pentacles, Holy Spirit, as to my Scorpio secret hate? Speak up. Are you not speaking up? Are you not speaking your truth? Maybe it's taking so long because you're not speaking up. Resolution. Yeah. I don't know. So check in. When you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier? Excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's always so helpful. All right. Everything in this reading is saying step away. Spirit, what does Scorpio need to speak up about? What does Scorpio need to speak up about? About this new job. We got the Six of Swords and the Magician. Bye, bitch. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I don't think I need to explain anymore. I'm not. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't know. Let's clarify with the shadow deck. Can you clarify the Knight of Pentacles as to why they secretly hate advancing towards their goals? Maybe it's the fear of success. Maybe it's the fact that you're gonna have to do it alone. Bro, this girl, pain is a teacher. This girl is riding on a horse with a handful of gold pentacles falling out of her hand. She has so much she can't even hold it all. So maybe it's the fact that you know that you're going to be successful. You know it's destined for your life, but it's the fact that you're going to be alone. Pain is a teacher. Recognition, expression, growth. Repeating cycles, unconscious loops, familiar pain, pattern addiction. Your wounds hold wisdom. Experience, insight, integration. Emotional blackout. See, you probably just shut out your emotions instead of looking at that pain and allowing it to grow. And life will keep giving you the same cycle again and again until you learn. And so it's probably taking so long because you're not learning your lesson. Okay, if you need help, I have coaching, but I'm working on that. Use that shadow work ebook to help. I'm going to be working on a soul mirror ebook for this, to help you answer questions like that. Okay, so just let me go there. Jesus, putting a thing in a wrong thing. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. All right. Now, number 3, what is my Scorpio secret challenge? Manifesting. My curiosity opens the path to new growth. You're not being curious. You're too busy focused on whatever to sit up here and focus on your new beginning. That's why it was saying focus on your new beginning. This card is the personification of good news. And this is your secret challenge. It could represent a person who is eager to learn new skills and gain knowledge. It might be you probably don't want to learn nothing. They are ambitious and focused, but also principled. A period of study and education could be on the horizons. This may be internal, and this card shows you'll possibly be embarking on new studies or training. The life you want can be realized through learning, and new opportunities abound in the realms of finance or education. A new project or venture has the potential to be very beneficial and will boost your prosperity, so feel confident. You can realize your ambitions if you approach them with realism and commitment. Okay? This is why this is your secret hate. That's funny. So, there is good news on jobs, house sales, and money. Relationships can be renewed, and this card encourages you to reveal your feelings. Okay, Scorpio? Just say it. You wanna touch me? Say it. Something, do it. I don't know. I grew up on 90s R&B. So if you know that song, let me know. I don't really remember it. I don't know who. I think it was Escape. If you trust me, say it. If you love me, do it. If you love me, prove it. Show it. Do it. I don't know. Number 4, your secret need. You stressing. Ease your mind. See, you need to learn how to do shadow work. A lot of people just they see that they have these weird thoughts come up and they just let them flying around their head. And it's just either accept them or fuck, and just push them down. Push them down, just gonna bring them back up again. It's like when somebody try to put a dead body in the water with some rocks. It's gonna come up eventually. Especially if there are no crocodiles in the water. Okay, come on now. So yeah, we need to get you to stop worrying. Okay, can we do that? This one says, I transform worries into stepping stones for growth. So one of the things I teach in my Stress Alchemy coaching program, which is what I'm going to use the Soul Mirror Reading for in my coaching program. I show them how to pinpoint their stressors and create and alchemize their ideas about it so that they're not transform their biggest stressors into their greatest breakthroughs, basically. All right, enough about me. Let's get into answering what the heck this Nine of Swords is about. Can you give me insight as to why this Nine of Swords is my Scorpio secret need? release. It's time. Yeah, you keep worrying about something. Release, change, create, and comfort. So there is some aspects. Okay, so there is some aspect about yourself that is something. There is something about yourself. Okay, first let me start all the way back. So with release, it's asking you to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. So maybe you are releasing the need to be toxic or be surrounded by toxic people, or to even feel validated by toxic people, or to constantly feel like that you constantly have to prove people wrong or correct them when they want to misunderstand you. And maybe the fact is that they absolutely know who the fuck you are. And they know you know who the fuck you are. And they are just ruffling your feathers because they like to see you get off your throne. Okay, Scorpio? Don't do that. Alright? And don't do that. Okay, now with change, when you release these people, then you will feel comfortable and more confident to change aspects of yourselves that made you feel like you needed to be, that you needed to hide, either aspects about yourself that you needed to hide in order to be accepted by them, or aspects about yourself that resonated with who they were. All right. And then maybe using that pain. Oh Jesus, Chinese earbuds, child. But so using that pain into your artwork or whatever it is you're creating. Because I know for me, when I was going through all of my toxic stuff, literally all of my karmic cycles and stuff that I was going through went from when I moved to San Francisco, all when I was living in California, to when I moved back into Atlanta for a little bit, and then to move back to my hometown. So I logged all my entire healing journey on my other page, Jenny Jaguar TSP. And basically, if you go back, you will see all the different changes that I went through. And so you really have to just stop and release. Like, stop worrying about it. So I don't know, if you need to go over to that channel, and there's a lot of different things that maybe you need to hear. There's health coach PSAs, life coach PSAs, whatever it is. And so I used that platform during my healing journey to create content to help others. So I don't know, maybe Spirit is saying you should do the same. All right. I went through it so I could teach others how to do it. All right. And so now that I recorded it, it's so much easier for me to just like, here, watch that video. All right. So, we're not gonna miss on the shadow work now, Scorpio. The hell you, the zodiac of transformation, and you skipping out on shadow work. What kind of shit is that? All right. Can you clarify the Nine of Swords? Texting storm, panic, over-attachment, abandonment alarm, need to be right, control loop, argument loop, fear of losing. Maybe you were rejected or something as a kid, and so you feel like you have to be right. Anything else? Betrayal, broken trust, anger, heartbreak. Yeah, maybe you betrayed and lied on. Numb one, disconnection, emotional freeze, avoidant coping. Yeah, so maybe these are some of the issues that you're going through, that is making it hard for you to ease your mind and transform your worries into stepping stones. Any advice for these? Yeah, let me do this one. Girl. Adapt and thrive. Luck flows with change. Stay flexible, embrace shifts, and learn from the journey as answers reveal themselves. Try to get a life, clarifying life situations for advice on each particular one. So, texting storm, this panic, overattachment, abandonment alarm, veil of illusions. So, whatever it is, this overattachment, this abandonment alarm, you need to realize that it's an illusion. Lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. So, whatever your worries are that have you jumping, wanting to be in that King of Wands, Knight of Wands energy, from your last spread, you need to just calm down and just really think about those questions. 111 on the clock. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, here we go. We need to be right. We got 2 for this one. Web of connection. Weave your connections thoughtfully, creating a supportive web that uplifts your personal and professional journeys. So stop trying to be right by people that constantly want to misunderstand you. Instead, find people that already resonate with you and already love you. And then rough road, prepare carefully before you continue, for it's a long journey ahead. It's another reason why you probably hate this Knight of Pentacles energy. But you got to listen to your intuition. And I was saying that earlier in the first side of the spirit. You need to learn to balance when to take action and when to go with the flow and follow your intuition. Okay, can you give me something with betrayal? I feel like rough road was already with betrayal, but hear what's unsaid. Tune into the silence for truths that words cannot express. Listen deeply. I think this is kind of like for what the other people are doing. Like, people only betray you because of their insecurities. It's not because you're a bad person, the world hates you. It's because you have a beautiful light inside. And you know how all the flies are attracted to the light. Oh, Scorpio, you got a lot of flies around you. All right, so you need to go put you on a lampshade or something and protect yourself. Breakthrough, navigate life's many twists and turns with elegance and resilience. All right, goes into that 9 of Wands energy that pulled up in your spread last time. All right, so that's that on that. Now, what is my Scorpio's secret? No, that was your secret need. No, yeah. All right. Now, your secret test is the Queen of Wands. Confidence and warmth radiate from me. So you have to learn to stay confident amidst adversity. You know, this like reminds me of like all those reality TV competitions, those celebrity documentary stories about how they had all these obstacles on their way, adversity, people telling them they weren't anything. The movie Precious, you know, people telling her she ain't gonna be shit, you ain't gonna do shit, but she still made it out the gutter. Okay, so don't let them dim your light. Don't let them bring you down. All right, Holy Spirit, can you clarify the Queen of Wands for my Scorpio secret test? I feel like I should use a actual something above her. Can you clarify the Queen of Wands for my Scorpio secret test? It says protect its time. Yeah, protect your, basically what I just said. Protect your energy. Protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now's the time to get some protection in place. Next, it says it's time. You're being asked to move forward toward the dream you've been carrying in your heart. I don't know what this dream is, Scorpio, but it is pretty big, all right? So yeah, maybe that's kind of intimidating, that it's just going to be really successful and it's really big. You got to reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what bring you joy and who and what don't. It's time for some life cleanup. All right. Gosh, the dog is farting in the background. I've been in relationships where I've had big dreams and they've tried to sabotage me. So maybe you're in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily have to be work, but you're in a relationship where an individual is intimidated by your success. If you're a man, maybe the woman is afraid of you getting hoes or something, or leaving her once they find out, or vice versa. If you're a woman. Holy Spirit, can you clarify the Queen of Wands and what's keeping them from the secret test? Know-it-all, overcompensation, defensiveness, ego shields. Love isn't control, attachment, fear, misunderstanding. Not everyone will understand. Maybe you try to seem like a know-it-all so you can be in control of everything because you are afraid that people will misunderstand you and you don't want to be shamed for being you. And so all that doubt, taking time, is just self-sabotage, essentially. Or you go so far and then you take a few steps back, or you back down, or you never fully complete or go the distance as a self-sabotaging mechanism, and then you're stuck in a control loop. So maybe you do something not all the way, and then like if you're trying to go from a 9 to 5 to a full business, maybe you halfway do something and then you backpedal a little bit, and then it's like, okay, this didn't work. I knew it didn't work. And so then you try to fix it, you try to edit it. I don't know, something like that. What did I do? Can you clarify or any advice for these issues? Maybe all of these things will be okay. So maybe you isolate yourself. You have self-trust issues, as a fear of not everybody will understand. And you try to be a know-it-all. You try to overcompensate with what you can do and your accolades and stuff because you're afraid of being shamed. What is this? You try to control people, or you try to control a narrative because you're afraid of being misunderstood. And you do a lot to protect your ego. Vortex of change came out for know-it-all. It says, engage with the vortex of change where energies swirl in transformative dances, molding anew. Actually, no, I think this is backwards because that don't make no sense. Anywho, know it all is for roots of stability. Ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base. Actually, it can go either way. Stable base from which love and career can bloom. So, okay, so if you are trying to be a, hold on, wait, let me see if my dog got used to my phone. Okay, so if you're somebody who tries to always overcompensate, is very defensive, you do need to ground yourself for that reason, and try to find some stability instead of being so defensive, and to recognize that you're okay. Now, love isn't control. It says new heights. Let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. This just came out so weird. This is like, this doesn't even seem like a clarification. It seems like it's just a moving forward. Basically, it just seems like Spirit is saying to let down your defensive shield, show your imperfections, try not to control everything, try not to be so perfect. It's okay if people don't understand you. Ground yourself and find your own stability within yourself as you navigate change, because if you want a bigger, better life, more people are going to misunderstand you, especially if you came from humble beginnings, and you need to learn to be okay with that. And instead, you need to let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. So I would say do some shadow work, connect with your intuition, meditate, amp up your spiritual practices. Sky of clarity, soar into the boundless sky of clarity, where insights are as infinite as the azure expanses. Yeah, do some meditation. All right, we are almost done, y'all. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Now, your secret motivation. You want it all. You want to be the emperor, boss daddy, boss mama. So, I mean, you can't really say much more than that. Let's just get into the shadow work for this one. Holy Spirit, what's keeping my Scorpios from being in control? Hold on. Can you clarify this Emperor for my Scorpio secret motivation? Because I have a, I don't know which deck to use. Because I have a feeling this may be a person. Can you clarify the Emperor for secret motivation? Can you clarify the Emperor? Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. First two cards came out, Page of Cups and Five of Cups. For your secret motivation. So maybe you gave maybe you were dealing with the Aries. and you gave a small gesture to this emperor and it was rejected. But the next thing that comes out is Justice, the Chariot, the Devil, and Ace of Pentacles. So if they rejected you, your karma will be for you to move on from this toxic whatchamajiggy and find yourself an Ace of Pentacles, which showed up in the last reading, I believe. Can you clarify this Devil? Knight of Cups. Can you tell me more about this Knight of Cups? Queen of Wands. And that was your secret test, see? So, Scorpio, you could be dealing with a love offer from a Queen of Wands if you're a Scorpio man. If you're a Scorpio woman, could be like an Aries or a Pisces. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Cancer, Libra. Now that's Seven of Pentacles again. That was your secret desire. Because you secretly wanted to work with whoever this person is, but it's super toxic. So you gotta move on and find something, date other people, so you'll realize how toxic it was now that you're not in it anymore. Okay, Scorpio. Maybe you wanted to be this emperor so you could impress them. So you're like, okay, so when I'm big bad, then I can come up to them. I don't know. What is keeping them from, oh, lonely child. Anything else for the secret energy, for the secret motivation? Performer. So maybe the emperor that's your secret motivation, maybe they were a lonely child that was isolated, and they don't feel the need to perform, and they don't care if everybody doesn't understand, and they don't show any emotion. Like the emperor, that's like a they're not very emotional, and they're definitely not gonna give a fuck about who gives a fuck about them. Okay. Forgiveness sets you free, release, unhooking, and peace. Like, I forgive them. They dumbasses. It's okay. They dumbasses. So that is the issue. That's probably, and you know what? This emperor is focused on this Queen of Wands. So maybe just practicing self-control, because maybe she looks really nice. And she just looks like, man, she's just, maybe this Queen of Wands just looks like it will be very easy to take her. Because the way he's looking at her like she is prey. And she is so unassuming. Well, let's see what you can accomplish. Hold on, let's get some advice. Let's get some, Holy Spirit, can you give me some advice for these shadow aspects and how my Scorpios can address them? Vortex of creativity. Tide of transition. Open doors. Soul whispers. It's funny because this was at the bottom of the deck last time. I didn't say anything about it. It says, look beyond the words and hear what is really being said now. So this lonely child, this emperor, when you're thinking that you're isolating them, keeping them alone, I think I said this earlier, they are actually spiraling into a creative vortex, unleashing their imaginative power. That is why they are so successful. And what is that? In a Capricorn reading, it was the Queen of Wands was their secret hate. And they secretly hated the Queen of Wands because the Queen of Wands could focus and manifest. So I don't know, that was really juicy. So okay, I don't know, I hit my earbud, I thought it was working. But yeah, so check that out if you want to, because that was a really good shadow work reading. I enjoyed that one. But for the performer in reverse, it says tide of transition. Embrace the tides of change with openness, allowing the ebb and flow of life to guide your transformation into love and work. So this person is done with the theatrics, does not put on performance. And so that's what you need to do. Just go with the ebb and flow. Stop trying to show face and show everybody everything's okay. Stop trying to show anybody anything. Just focus on you. Not everyone understand open doors. You have many options, so take your time to choose what's right. All right, take your time. Maybe you're trying to rush a solution. All right, last but not least, what can my Scorpio accomplish? Okay, what is that? Four of Pentacles. I manage my resources wisely, ensuring prosperity. Okay. So you can find stability, and maybe you were banking on being with this group, with this person, with this individual. Maybe that's why you wanted the Queen of Wands for stability. What is this? Knight of Wands, Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Can you clarify the Four of Pentacles as to what my Scorpios can accomplish? Can you clarify the Four of Pentacles? Seven of Cups and the Chariot. You have a lot of opportunities and chances to move forward. Basically, choose one. Oh my gosh, I was listening to that Jay-Z song. On to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. It's like it's a million ways to get it. Choose one. Yeah. Maybe you like Jay-Z. Yeah, you moving on from these burdens. But be careful, because you can drive right back into it. What else? The Holy Spirit. Be careful with the illusions. Yep, Knight of Pentacles. Maybe it's taking a long time. Maybe Spirit is directing your path with a lot of twists and turns, so you can safely make it to the other side. Yeah. Yeah, and you're gonna move on from this burdensome relationship. And what is this Two of Cups? Okay. Scorpio, please be careful, because you have and here goes the Ace of Pentacles, and I think that was in the last prayer. Because you have the opportunity, if you rush into moving on with something, you can, because I have the Seven of Cups, the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, then the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and then a High Priestess reverse. So you have the opportunity, if you try to rush into anything, you can rush into a relationship with this High Priestess reverse. Okay, and the relationship can be a big ass burden. Yeah, and you won't know what that, you can run into a karmic situation basically, and blockages. So please be careful, Scorpio. Chat. What is it? I was watching other readings and they were saying something like, be careful because your new beginning comes with a lot of illusions. Can you clarify this Four of Pentacles and what can help, what they need to address so they can avoid those illusions? Oh Lord, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Healing bypass, conflict freeze, invisible one shrinking. Jesus. Okay. Oof. Let's not do that again. All right, we're almost there. Okay. Sacred boundaries. Yeah, you gotta learn how to set them boundaries. Self-sabotage. Victim. Yeah, so be careful. Spirit is saying to practice, have self-respect, honor yourself, protect your energetic boundaries. If you know people are trying to run up on you, trying to antagonize you, don't put yourself in a situation to be around those type of energies. Okay, don't allow yourself to be a victim. Helplessness, external blame, learned powerlessness. Your wounds hold wisdom. Can you help me clarify these aspects? Because that was like, bro, please manage your resources wisely, ensuring prosperity. Because otherwise, you will move forward. I'm thinking like this is with a job and you just want to hurry up and rush and quit. You may rush into something and it will be a burden. Okay. Spirit link, stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. Gentle release, let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. Okay, don't stop. Divine timing, be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully into your life. Cutting edge, slice through obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams. Labyrinth of choices. It keeps saying a bunch of choices. Chart your course through the perplexing labyrinth of choices, embracing each turn as part of your complex journey. All right, next says new worlds. There are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up. All right, so basically, Spirit is saying up your protection. I think I was saying that earlier in the reading. And if you protect yourself, stop allowing people to get close to you, to push your buttons or to talk about you or to say things about you, then you will be able to stop self-sabotaging, because you probably fall into the bait of what they want you to do. What is this one? Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The affirmations for this spread is: I manage my resources wisely, ensuring prosperity. I am in control. Confidence and warmth radiate from me. I transform worries into stepping stones for growth. My curiosity opens the path to new growth. Persistence in my efforts yields security, and I advance towards my goals. All right. Now let's end it on a happier note. Okay, strength and courage is at the bottom of the deck. It's the moment to show courage and determination. Whatever challenges come your way, remain steady and confident like the bear. It's time for important decisions. Take that brave step forward with your inner strength. Okay, next says vision and foresight. Look beyond what's in front of you and dare to pursue bigger goals. Not only see the immediate opportunities, but also have the courage to envision the future. Don't let current challenges limit your flight. Rise above and find a broader horizon. Next says peak and energy. Peak and energy. Maybe you're a Leo. That was the last card. Maybe eagles means something to you. What is it? I almost wore my golden eagle shirt. So maybe you went to a school that has an eagle as a mascot. But anywho, the summer solstice represents the peak of energy. Today you may feel energized and full of drive. Use this powerful energy to push forward with your goals, break through obstacles, and make progress. So maybe you do have a burst of energy, because you know what, this morning I always wake up super early in the morning and then I take a nap and then I get back up again. And so when I got up from my nap, I did feel like super refreshed and energized. So maybe that's what you're going to be feeling like, either now or ever over the next 4 weeks. But it says it's time to show your beauty and uniqueness. Bloom like a flower and let your thoughts and feelings flow freely. Whether it's through art, words, or actions, let yourself express fully. Okay. That's what that looks like. All right, last but not least. What is this? Okay, so I probably won't load this until I get off of work this evening. So Even though I'm recording this in the morning, it probably won't post until later this evening. All right, probably because this takes so long, and my Wi-Fi at work is schnit. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, one more. Oh, there's a lot of waiting for here, which is good because you don't want to. So it says, let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. Next says, accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier for the spirit. Okay. It says this makes it easier for us. There's typos, but it says us. I'm not us. It's spirit. So this makes it easier for spirit and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. Okay. Card at the bottom of the deck says, trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. All right, Scorpio. So this has been your reading. Hopefully it helps. Links are in the description box for any of the free resources or services that I mentioned throughout this video. I hope this helps, and I will see you this weekend for the priorities reading. All right, take care and happy healing.